Hi one and all. I just thought I'd do another podcast video. The last one I did, I don't know if you've not seen it, I'll put a link in the bio so you can see my original thoughts on podcasts. But I thought as it's been a bit over a year, I'll just do a little bit of an update. So the first video will say a lot of the ones that I was listening to at the time, which looking back through the list I still am. But I thought I'd list a few more new ones that I've since been told about that are worth looking up. First one is one called Case File. It's by an Australian guy and it's all mostly it's true crime. Some are unsolved but most of them aren't, and it's he's got quite a very monotone voice, but I find it really interesting and just very addictive. I've actually listened to every single one that there's been, so I definitely highly recommend that. The second one, The Unexplained, with Howard Hughes, who, as far as I know, used to be a radio DJ. I should have researched him a bit more, I guess, but it's all sort of like, you know, a bit of paranormal and yeah, unexplained, obviously, hence the name. So stuff like that. But I find that really good. Some very interesting topics and stuff like that. Another British true crime one is They Walk Among Us. That's very interesting as well. Not quite as long as Case File generally, but still well worth a little look. Another one, Up and Vanished, which is the story of a woman who just disappears in, can't remember exactly where in America, but this guy just takes it up because that's the sort of thing he wants to do. That's really worth a listen. That's very interesting with some twists and turns. Along the same line is one called Accused. That's also again true crime and well worth a little listen into. One that I've just been told about is Dan Carlin's Hardcore Histories. Now these are seriously long episodes. I mean, for example, Case File, The Unexplained, they're generally an hour long. Well, this Dan Carlin's one's 3.5 to 4 hours or so. I'm currently working my way through Blueprint for Armageddon, which is basically all about World War II, but it starts from the start of World War I, which was the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, and it talks from there onwards right the way through. It's I think that one alone is about 25 hours worth of listening, so it's quite a beast. There's also Stuff They Don't Want You to Know, which is all right. It's by, I think, 3 American guys, and it's again along the conspiracy type of line, so to speak. A few interesting subjects on that. That's pretty good. Pod Diver Radio is another one, with me being interested in scuba diving. So if you're not interested in diving, then you're not going to find that interesting in the slightest. There was one final one which has just come to me, and I don't think I've written it down, but it is called Deaf. Excuse me, you know, you wouldn't expect anything else from me, would you? Let's be honest. Shows. I was going to show you the pictures of the podcast and all that, but I didn't think that worked too well before, so no, it was I shall edit this. Yeah, it's Death in Ice Valley. Oh dear, it just came to me as I started recording, but Death in Ice Valley, I think it's 10 episodes, half an hour long each, about an unsolved murder in Bergen in Norway. That's well worth a listen to. I did the whole lot in one particular drive very recently. So again, there are a few more podcasts that are floating my boat at the moment. Once again, if you've got any suggestions of other podcasts that you might think I or anyone else would find interesting, obviously stuff like true crime for me, you know, sort of unexplained, I don't really like the word conspiracy, but you know, UFO, unexplained animals, all that sort of weird stuff. I do like a bit of that. Or just some, you know, just an interesting story, but I just want it to be factual rather than fictional, because that's what I'm interested in. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, good or bad, either way. I just want to get this one out there in amongst all this, just so before I forgot all about it, basically. So anyway, hopefully this has been of interest to you, and thanks for watching, and fingers crossed part 2 of Autumn 2018 will be along soon.